So we've done beginner colors, where a beginner color is a color where it's a primary color and it changes to white. And we've done novice colors. Why are they more complicated? Well, now you have to mix two things instead of one. And that's a secondary color that changes to white. So here on the mat, orange to white, or purple to white, or green to white. And again, you can adjust your hue. You'll notice here on the sheet that there's two rainbows. The first rainbow is for your chillers. Your chillers are going to be more saturated. Remember, we talked about the strength of the color, the power of the color, and so you can see this is a very vibrant rainbow. If you wanted purple, you could make purple that is this purple, or you could move it towards blue, or maybe if we kind of wrap this around like Pac-Man, you would move it over towards red, so it would be a reddish purple. You can design your color however you like. And then with our thriller colors, you choose the color that it's going to be when it's warm. Here, they're a little less saturated. I think you can do colors that are a little better than what this rainbow shows right here on the mat, but I didn't want you to get the wrong idea. So I tried to make them separate. But you see what you can come up with. I'm ready to be impressed. But again, in this one, you can make the warm color pretty much any color of the rainbow. You just can't necessarily control every bit of saturation. That is, you can't make a yellow that goes to a deep purple when it's warm. But you could make a deep purple that goes to a yellow. It's sort of the magic of the hypercolor chemistry. So the intermediate colors are secondary colors when they're cool, like orange, and they change to a primary color when they're warm, like yellow, orange to yellow. Or we did green to blue. Same thing. Now, if we want to go to the next level, to advanced, then we're going to make a secondary color that changes to another secondary color. So what does that mean? It would mean making a color like, I'm going to say purple, that changes to green. Purple to green, secondary to secondary. How would we do that? I bet you can figure it out. We're going to take our uncolored putty, we're going to take it out of the tin. So we're going to make a purple. So how do we make purple? We take some chiller blue and some chiller red. Sometimes it can be helpful to sort of mix them ahead of time before you put it into the putty. And that can give you an idea of the color, the ratio that you're looking at. It's not exactly the same because once it gets mixed in to your uncolored putty, the concentration changes. You can see that the warmth from my hands has changed this pretty much to white. I'm going to stick it on an ice cube and let's see what happens. Yeah, that's a nice deep reddish purple. So let's do that. And then we want to make green. How do we make green? Well, we take some yellow. And remember what we talked about with yellow, you want to use a little bit more. I mean, don't go crazy more, but a little bit more, and then some blue, because yellow and blue make green. And you can see immediately as I start mixing, it starts to turn green. Because the magic color change is really in the chiller. You'll notice that as I mix this, even with my warm hands, it stays about the same. But you do see that not only does it change green, but also that shimmer changes green too. Now we're going to put the two together, just like this, stretching and folding. I like to kind of keep them apart because it's going to look really cool when we mix them together like this. It's just beautiful. I love to twist it up, and then we'll twist it again. It's very satisfying. So we mix and we mix, and let's see where we land. You can see now it's getting warm. And it's changing to green, definitely a yellowy green. And if I stick it on the ice cube, wait for it, ba-boo! Purple to green. Now you are in advanced territory because you can't get anything like this, but you just made it. I hope you did. Are you following along? So now we can mix that together. We can put it in here, and I'm gonna call that pansies and, well, I did grass already. How about pansies and sprouts? Sure, why not? I can call it anything I want. Half of the fun of making your own color is thinking of a name. You know, all of the thinking putty that I make is sort of inspired by nature. Chameleon, inspired by a chameleon that changes color. sunburst. You watch the sunrise, the sun's not changing color. The sun is the same color all the time, but it starts out really red and it changes to pink, and then it's orange, and then it's yellow, and by the time it gets to be noontime, it's white. Now, I know you can look on the internet and figure out why that is. But the fact is it's amazing. It's amazing every time you see it because you never get tired of watching the sunset, do you? So pansies and sprouts. And then we color it in. You know, there's a lot of different things in nature that have the ability to change color. And I guarantee you that without those things, people would not have been nearly as inspired to try and research and figure out how to make something like a hypercolor. I mean, you see chameleons can change their color. Some insects can do it too. I know that octopus and squid, they are masters of deception. You should check out some really cool videos. You would be amazed. And you know what octopus and squid can do, the thinking putty can't, is not only change their color, but they change the texture of their skin to match. It's really a neat trick. So there we are. That's an advanced color right there.